The Gemini Man is an enigma. He is the coolest looking boss in the game. One of the coolest bosses of the classic Mega Mans, as far as I'm concerned. But his level is like a 100-year-old scrotum. It's awful. You know how Ballsack by itself is already nasty. But rotten 100-year-old petrified Ballsack, how much worse that is? Okay? That's his level. And it's not even the worst that this game gets with it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. At first it looks kind of cool. I like that whole space and crystal look. It kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy IV in the moon stage. It's nowhere near that awesome. The music isn't as good. And it's basically full of a bunch of these weird-ass rapist eyes that fly around and try to ejaculate on you from the air. And penguins. Where the fuck did the penguins come into this? What do penguins have to do with space? Or the moon? Or rapist eyes? Or anything in this level? Or even Gemini Man? Oh, penguins? Penguins that shit eggs at you? Really? So that aside, the level really takes a turn for the worse once you get underground. You get into this psychedelic thing. Apparently you took acid before you came to this level. And then things go from weird with the penguins to inexcusable. Those are tadpoles. You have to fight tadpoles. Frog eggs. As if this game didn't need any more phallic or sexual imagery. And you have several bosses that imply penises. And then Gemini's stage inexplicably has tadpoles. Maybe Wily has some really disturbing deep-seated obsession with inseminating Mega Man. I don't know. I don't really want to know. But the whole theme just never worked for me when I was little. I hated this level. I hate it now. And the boss, just as cool as he is, does not make up for it. And certainly does not make up for what they make you do after you beat him. And really the big issue with this stage is not so much the weird factor, it's the fact that because of the weird factor, it takes so long to beat. It's the most brutally long level in the game, barring none. And it's all because of this gay shit they put you through. And as if the small penguins weren't enough, you run into one that has something spinning on top of its head that splooges out smaller penguins to fuck you. And it works very well if you stand there long enough. I was so desperate to get past his ass that I actually tried a different weapon, and that was a failure. That was fail. And in this game, it does not really pay to try a whole bunch of different weapons on an enemy. Because although the enemies are not all that difficult, the weapons that don't work really don't work. So you'll stand there and get your ass beat, really gain nothing for it. And then you actually get into the frog pond, and oh god, does it suck. If you fuck up here, you're in a whirl of hurt. Optimally, you just want to kind of cruise along the bottom and kill that shit that's coming at you. In fact, it looks like I'm doing okay, doesn't it? It's kind of like, yeah, that's not too bad. Well, if the enemies get the drop on you, you are going to hurt. You will get fucked. And boy, do they get the drop on me. I was trying to jump back into the water, and when I finally did, I land on a fish.